Welcome back, subscribers. So this quick draw is of one of my original characters named Boris. And we're going to talk about him, but I'm just letting you know now I'm using tinted charcoal in this one. So we will get to it. So Boris is from, well, he wasn't from Russia, but he's Russian. I believe a Russian American.
Yes.
And he lives in California, Hollywood, California, as a demolition specialist for movies, because when he was in the American Army, he was a demolitions expert. So, if you notice, he has a cigarette in his mouth. It is I believe, a Russian cigar, very tightly rolled. It's one of my very few characters that does smoke. So
She created them when we were playing a role-playing system called White Wolf. Our friend was GMing us, and I had a female mage, and of course Tammy had made this him, who's also a mage. Right now, as you just saw, Tammy's erasing it, and then she's drawing his hair again, and then she's gesturing. It's because she's actually confused on how his hair originally looked. She hasn't drawn him in a long time. So right now I'm actually showing her a picture of his hair. So now she's erasing it and fixing it. But yes, he is a mage. He specializes in what type of magic was it? Do you remember?
I believe it's called entropy, which is knowing the odds. So he was really good at what was it? Racetracks, like horse racing, dog racing, that kind of thing. He didn't gamble a lot, but it was something he was good at.
We didn't play these characters for long, but Tammy definitely enjoyed the character. The fact that he was a Russian American who was in the military and was a mage who worked as a demolition expert for movies. So Tammy very much enjoyed the characters and kept doing stuff with him. Tammy does have a odd fixation for Russia. You see how she's not denying it. So
Well, he definitely was not my first Russian character, but
no.
definitely one of my favorites.
So yeah, while we were doing this video, and as you watch it, you're going to notice that Tammy goes over certain areas a lot to do her shading. As someone who watched it for the full 45 minutes, was it something like that?
Something about, yeah.
And then watching it back recently editing, seeing how I'm the editing chief editor. I'm giving myself a title. I can tell you that as a watching, like just as some guy watching this, sweet Christmas, would I be annoyed trying to watch this on like YouTube or whatever? That's why I'm glad that we're doing it as a quick draw now. It's just Tammy's going over, I think it's the hair. She goes over like 5 or 6 times to do all of her shading, which is great. It makes her art look better. But as someone just watching her doing it, it is so tedious. Yeah, I told Tammy I was going to bring it up at some point. But yeah, because she goes over it once and then has to blend it, which is theoretically her going over it a second time, and then she goes over it again to add highlights and then has to blend it, and then she goes over it again, so 5 times. where she's putting in any of the extra highlights that she wants that are not going to, or detail marks that she doesn't want blended. After the drawing was done, we sprayed it with hairspray like 3 times.
I did it twice, and then you did it once, and we let it
sit
in between the sprays.
It was just the idea that we wanted to make sure that it didn't smudge once it was done. So yeah, there's Tammy, with most of her original characters that we will be working on, he's one of the ones that has the least amount of actual backstory.
You could say that, yeah. I didn't do a big backstory. I did mostly just kind of how he got to where he was.
Yeah, and we also didn't play much of him.
Yeah,
there's going to be some of them that we are going to have like 6 or 7 videos on that, and we still haven't explained all the characters' backstory or even, full life. But he is something that Tammy may eventually revisit to do more stories as we progress to draw more of him. He does have a friend, which was my mage, that Tammy had said at one point that she was going to start drawing and start working on with me, but we had not actually done anything dealing with it yet. So maybe in between the videos we'll work on that.
Yep, because we do have, I think, a list written down of characters that we were planning on trying to work a little bit more on and get so we can introduce them.
So yeah. We got about 22 seconds left, so if you have any questions, ask Tammy in the comments below.
Yep, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get a moment to actually look at the post. But for now, that's everything. So we'll see you next time, subscribblers.
And enjoy.